how do you set up the env file? So if I run npm start right now in this project, I've already installed everything. I get this error, type error, cannot read property, starts with of undefined. This is a very common error if I don't have my env file set up properly. If you look through this, it is referencing this db/connect.js line 12. If I go there, line 12 is where I'm using this process.env.mongodb URI. Starts with of undefined, it means something in here is undefined. Okay, all I have to do to fix this is create a .env file, and then in this environment file, I'm going to make a connection to my database. Okay, all this needs is a variable called MongoDB URI equals, no spaces, and then my connection string that I get directly from MongoDB. If I grab that, so if I go over to MongoDB, here's my connection string. So I got to that window just by saying connect to my cluster. I could click on pretty much any of these and it'll give me this connection string. I just have to put in my password that I made. If you don't have a user for this connection string, all you need to do is go to database access and create a new user. And if you forgot your password, you can just say edit password and make a new password or generate a new password. And then that username and password you'll put into this connection string. Okay, so this is exactly what I pasted into my env file. This, by the way, is the name of the database that your application is going to connect to. So if all of my data for my application is in the test database, then I can leave that there. So if I come back over here, now that I have this .env file, I'm going to stop this and restart it, and you can see it is able to successfully run on port 8080. Let's check to make sure I can actually make these requests, and yeah, I'm getting data back. Got a nice 200 message, so everything looks great. Two things to mention before I finish up. One, git ignore. You should always have your environment variables in this git ignore so that this file never gets pushed up to version control. Because of that, when I go to render.com, I need to make sure that I put my environment variable, or as many as I have, into my environment variables list here. So it's pretty much the exact same thing as my file. I just put the name of the variable, leave out the equal sign, and then I paste that MongoDB connection string right here with my password. And then when I try to hit this URL with requests, it is able to successfully connect to my database. So there's the URL, I'll hit send request. Got a 200 back, looks like that was an invalid ID. I'll send this one, I get my whole list of contacts back. Okay, and again, that wouldn't work. My server would have this exact same error if I didn't have, actually I'd probably get a different error. I'd probably get like a 502, but I would get an error if I didn't have that environment variable stored on my server as well.